welcome to Abuja Grand Prix. Blair Sonic takes ball from Bravo B2. Then we have Ultimo, Sebastian Ocampo, Dave Serpiera, Jensen Olsen, Marcus Adelaide, Tony Fernando, Ryan Crumpley, Lam Fong, Carl Seguano, Thierry Headley, Castillo, Tom Leon, David Castro, Cable, Albert Silla, Tapper Van Horn, Livery, Matthew Hart, Karasato, Dalibon Sarov. Here we are in Abuja. This race was won by Olsen last season. This season they could be very different. They go 5 red lights, the Abuja Grand Prix. And we are underway. It is a good launch for the home hero of Blade Dragon Sonic in towards the first corner. Ultra's got a good start. He's up in the second, but Rainbow's on his inside line. And oh, further back, Chaos. Olsen spinning round. Many drivers involved in an instant there. And that is the vendetta out this race. And yeah, there's a mistake wrong with that. Yeah, that is just, the vendetta is out. Look at all the carnage that's went on though. At the very start, Tom Leon was involved in incident, I'm sure. Ocampo, I think, was. Yeah, he's got damage to his car. Chaotic start to the Abuja Grand Prix on the first lap of 18 here. 1 retirement. Last race's winner of Lam Fong down in last position now. Not a good start the race for him, and he's got a lot of car damage, which is going to severely impact him. Blade Dragon Sonic though, after a good restart from the virtual safety car. So he could win out last season. He has a chance this season being in P1 at the start of the race. He survived the turn 1 carnage, but that McLaren vote with Olsen, that was a huge slide into the barriers. Ahmed Silla has a 5-second time penalty for causing a collision further back. And yeah, you can see a whole bunch of cars gathered in a one pack here. You came all up in 12th after the start of that race, as there's a little bit of contact with Tom Leon. Not enough to constitute a penalty, but he is up into 11th place now, and one of the fastest in the first sector for Williams. And he is up in the 9th place, best position he's been in quite some time. Ryan Crumpley on his return to Formula 1 up in the 6th position, right behind the 2 McLarens who are squabbling for 4th. Honestly, they should be letting Adelaide by, but Olsen's not giving this up. And as he's T-moded nothing to do there, as his contact, Adelaide does get through though. Ultra fast lap this race, and Crumpley is up in the 5th now for Renault, as he's replacing the injured Maniac, who had a horrible crash in Monza last time out. He'll be out for another race after this, so that means Crumpley will have 2 races this season to just prove himself, to show that he is a good driver. 24th driver this season as well. Whereas here is Ultra Pro in that Ferrari, still trying to get ahead of his teammate. But just like slowly expanding the gap out in front. He needs to do it quickly because Ultra could just break away from Bravo at any time. All it takes to get ahead, then he could just break away and get easily towards the Nigerian driver. As we head around the final corner to start lap 4 of this Grand Prix, it is 73% on Blade Dragon Sonic's tyres. So that's giving us an idea of tyre wear. Also coming in the pits, obviously you can repair his damage and put on a fresh set of softs, as you can very clearly see there. Now, how long could Rainbow hold on? Because it looks like he is starting to fall back from Blade Dragon Sonic. Of course, Blade Dragon Sonic having a lot of a higher skill, so yeah, it's obviously going to be natural for him to be quicker than Rainbow at the moment on these tracks. I'm just thinking about what Ultra could do possibly. Like, can he get ahead of Rainbow quickly? Is he even going to go for an undercut on his teammate possibly? That is a possibility that could be in consideration down in Ferrari. Now yeah, Rainbow having a really good exit to that final corner, and he's caught right after Blade Dragon Sonic. I don't know if he's going to get the RS side. No, he just misses out, but he was so close to getting it. Like, extremely close there. As Mercio moves up into 8th position ahead of Davy Sarkiera, who has a 5-second time penalty. UK Ball still in the fight here for 10th position, still yet to score a point this season. Of course, his very much underpowered car not helping this at all. I'm going to tell another bad race for him today. As you can see, his tyres had actually went. It looks like one of the rear tyres possibly went, because yeah, 0% car tyres. So he's came in the pits, serving penalty, and he's going to be dead last by far. Look at all the cars that are lapping him. There are actually cars lapping him, which is wild. And yeah, tyres starting to wear out now, so if Raver wants to pit and have that priority, he needs to hold this second place for the entire lap. Alfa Ferrari could just decide to pit the guy in third, which is ultra. Of course, typically, driver ahead gets the priority of pit stop, but sometimes they could just try and reverse it around. That is also a possibility that can happen. Yeah, pit stops are going to make or break this race for drivers. So you know who is coming in the pits. Now I don't think anyone is. Don't believe how Sonic is. He's the first to make the call. Obviously not wanting to be undercut. He's done 6 laps on his tyre. This is looking to be a 2-stop race for him. Now considering he didn't pull much out on that first stint, this is an interesting strategy to say the least. But 666 for soft tyres would work out, as Ukemo passes by and Damian Castro. That is 2 places lost left for Sonic, as he reclaims one of them, and he's about to get another one here possibly for trying to overtake his teammate. He needs to get past him as soon as possible, and this would be a very important part of the race for him, as he's going over to the inside. Ukemo staying on the outside, being respectful of the track limits, letting him by. That's good teamwork down there, Dragon. Now Ravo, he's coming in. He's into the pits. Ultra was forced to stay out for another lap. And what has Ravo going on to? He's pretty much mirroring Blade Sonic. He is going straight onto softs, and Watto's doing the same there, as you can see. So, it turns out, softs have quite a good life around here. These are coming in for hards. As Mark Sadley now right on the back of Ultra, the mediums are better than the soft at this stage in the race if you started on that tyre. So, it is now hunting time for the McLaren, as he'll try his best to get ahead of the Ferrari. Blade Sonic has a good gap to Ravo, but Campbell's picked up a penalty, and Ukemo holding up Ravo for a good amount of time here. Ravo on the inside line clears the Briton easily, and now he's got to try and get ahead of the Canadian David Castro as soon as humanly possible. Now Ultra stay out for another lap. He might be on the 2. He might be on the 1 stop. A 1 stopper differentiating away from the rest of the grid is a smart call. I'm gonna be honest with that one. Bustio into the pits. Now Mark Sadley using his DRS, trying to catch that Ferrari, but he's just unable to get by right now. And I think there's a chance that these mediums may have fallen off. As Ukemo in for medium tyres, they should get him to the end of the race. As Bustio coming out of the pits, he's came out in P12. However, drivers right there approaching and unable to get ahead. That's Tom Leon Lamfong, who were blocked there at the very end. Now Mark Adelaide, he's had a really good chance there. Go to the outside. Oh, there's contact! Contact between the two. And holy lag spike. What's on there? Ultra getting to the side of the track there. Blade Sonic passes by. He's a whole pit stop ahead. Raver, what was that? It is all falling away for Ultra there. As even Adelaide is going to get slightly held up there, but Ultra's lost his front wing. For return to an early 70s front wing, that. Can you say late 60s? That's how small it became. I don't know why the lag just increased so much there. So sorry about that one. As Van Horn into the pits, he's coming in for the medium compound tyre, and there we go. He's going to come out the pits, probably P19 here. His livery's going to pass by, I imagine, as we get to start finish straight. And no, Van Horn manages to just stay ahead of livery, so livery can't get ahead on that strategy. Headley up in third position for Aston Martin. Look at them tyre as well. That is a legitimate position. I don't know how Aston Martin found himself up here. Crumbly on fresh tyres. He's approaching Eduardo really quickly. It's fresh mediums here versus 2 lap old softs. well, 3 lap mode softs and 1 lap mode mediums now. Castro flies compounding for causing a collision. Here is Crumply going down the inside at the first corner, up into 5th. What a stellar return to Renault this is. He's not been in a car this quick in ages, but he must feel amazing to be back into a car this quick, as now down the inside on Jensen Olsen, up into 4th. This Renault just won't stop, and now he's got a chance here to take a podium, as he's got Henley right in front of him. Ultra down in 12th position. Of course, all the chaos from earlier on has really ruined his race, and this is really bad for the championship. So close, Crumply and Henley going wheel to wheel. As into the final corner, Crumply gets a 5-second penalty for causing a collision, and out of the race goes Matthew Hart. In the summer, that's a mechanical failure that, pulling over to the side, and the car is on fire. That is not good. Not surprised the motor safety car was called out there, as in the pits comes on Campo to serve his penalty. Doing that on the VSC was the best choice possible, moving on to soft tyres as well. Some softs might be able to get just to the end of this race, but Crumply's penalty lurking there, that is not going to do him any favours. As now he's got to try and get Henley and pull a 5-second gap to P4. It's a shame that his excellent run in this stint has just managed to get ruined just like that. That is honestly such a shame for the Renault driver, as there is Henley. Crumply's best opportunity has came now. He's going around the outside, and this is so close, but he's up in the 3rd. He's managed to take 3rd position as Blade are trying to get the pits. Ravo continues on, and yellow flags were out just before. They're no longer out now, but here's Blade Stark moving on to mediums for this final stint of this race. There's a lot of cars there. He's got to try and stay ahead of them. That's going to be a very difficult task. Down the start finish straight. One car gets by, I think. No, that was versus Theo, but he can't stay ahead. As in the first sector, Tom Leon spun round. And this is good. This could be really bad for Blade Sonic if he can't continue on, but he does continue on there in the end. Now Crumply, he's pulled out 2 seconds to Thierry Henley already. He is on a roll right now. Now if he does come at the pits again today, which he probably will for one last stint, he can get that penalty served. DRS enabled for him as he's approaching a back marker. I think that's Armatelli. Yes, it is. That is Silla. As in the pits comes Carlos Eduardo for the 2nd time, moving on to a set of medium compound tyres. That Williams still needing upgrades, but they just can't afford it yet. Ultra in 9th position, right behind David Castro in the junior team. Yeah, because Haas approached the junior team of Ferrari. As DRS is enabled for Ultra, he's going to fly by Castro. No, he's not. He's held up there by Lam Fong. Now Castro has a chance to get ahead of Fong. Can't do it yet. Ultra takes the inside line, and he's going to get ahead of the Haas, but it's a case of securing it, which he can't do. Castro keeps 8th position. He's following up a stellar defense here, as Ravo comes at the pit lane to get rid of his softs, but it's another set of softs here. Blade Sonic has got a lot of stuff to do here as Henley comes in the pits. I don't know what's Crumply doing. He's stayed out. Crumply's currently still out on his old set of mediums. Mark Sadley, he'll be coming in the pits soon, I think, because his tyres are wearing out a lot now. Here's Blade Sonic closing in on Adelaide and Crumply. He is not far away at all. Now I think that is Armatelli. Yes, that is still Silla in front of him. Gotta try and clear him, which he does easily around the outside there. And there we go through. Oh no, still in 10th place, sorry. But yeah, Ravo is the main rival of Blood Sonic this race, I think. Ultra does have a penalty, which is obviously going to be really bad for him by the end of this race. Castro not giving this one up. He still wants to be ahead of that Ferrari. Can't get ahead right now. Is it a puncture for Sergio? We just watched that happen. You never really see these things happen. As there's another penalty coming in for Ultra. As Sergio pulling over to the side of the track. Obviously that's the best thing you can do. Luckily, not far from the pit lane, coming in the pit zone. That's going to put him outside of the points as he moves on to the medium tyre. Elf probably can't stay up to the end of this race. There was a chance he could get a podium, but Ravo gets ahead of Lam Fong, and this is where the dream of a podium may come to an end for him. Rainbow has got a lot of work to do, but with like almost 2 laps remaining, there is a good chance Rainbow could get into 5 seconds. And of course, Crumply could just come in the pits, but he's not. He's staying out. Rainbow probably saying, "This is the best chance you've got. Go for it." And he well and truly is. Blade Drum Sonic, he's got DRS on Mark Sadley. This here is pretty much just a battle for the win. Oh, he's been held up. Once again, it's a lap car holding him up, and it's ruining a race again. What is that Williams doing? I don't know. But this is a crucial moment in this race. That could have possibly cost him victory. Adelaide tyres, they are wearing out a lot. Derek Blade Drum Sonic finally released to Mark Adelaide. That McLaren is quick, but Blade Drum Sonic, he's got the experience and the skill. He still can catch Adelaide. There is still the chance, the hope for victory that lies there for him. Probably he's still got the hope that he can get a podium today, which is most certainly possible. But Rainbow is closing in that gap. Here is Blade Drum Sonic. There is Mark Adelaide right ahead. The gap shortening as every moment goes by. Looking at the inside line, trying to put the pressure onto Mark Adelaide. This would be a move for the win possibly, unless Crumply's able to pull away. But there goes the Dragon driver round the outside to the inside line, and he takes second place. Now he's got to try and stay within 5 seconds of Crumply, or else he would win this race. This Renault has a good chance to get on the podium. I've never seen such better chances. Really, I've never seen such a better comeback race here. As round the final corner, it's only going to be on track for the Renault, but Crumply crosses the line to take first place on track. And Blade Drum Sonic wins his home Grand Prix. At the end of it, Mark Sadley comes across the line. He just gets second at the end of it. Rainbow missed out on the podium, but it's the fastest lap for him. Ultra finishes 5th on the road, but that's not going to count too much. And Warner's going to get 6th in the end, as Sergio moves up into 14th there. He also like sectors 1 and 3. UK will have an instant there. He's going to get P13 in the end of it. And by the way, Ultra, he's going to be dropped down quite a lot of positions. Bakari in P16. So Blade Drum Sonic, what a time to get your first win of the season. Really. He wins his own Grand Prix. Hopefully that makes up for last year. I doubt it would, but must feel great to have that win in the bag. Absolutely perfect drive from him. Lap cars almost ruined it again, but this time he ignored them, came out on top. Mark Sadley, good effort from him, but it's only P2. And Racket Crumply, on his first race back to Renault in quite some time, he's managed to get a podium. He even crossed the line first, but of course the penalty from earlier ruined it. He was a little bit more cautious and didn't get the penalty. That would have been easy for him, but I'm sure he'll have the podium anyways. And for that, let's listen to the Nigerian national anthem. Side and Mark Sadley and Racket Crumply, your podium finish today. Then we've got Rainbow, Ogabo, Eduardo, Fong, Headley, Olsen, Castro. Then for the non-point scores, got Bustio, Ultra, UK Ball, Dave Serkiera, Taco Van Horn, Carisao, Tom Leon, Livery Boxar, and Silla with Hart and DeBedell retiring earlier on. And with that, we are done in Abuja. Thank you all so much for watching this race. Can't wait to see you next time when F1 Classic returns. Have a good day.